Hello, I'm Violette Uwamutara, a proud Rwandan and Canadian citizen. I lead an organization called Digital Opportunity Trust Rwanda, a movement of daring, young social innovators who are creating numerous opportunities and transforming their communities as leaders, innovators, and social entrepreneurs. Today, I would like to ask you, what do you know about Rwanda? To many, Rwanda is associated with the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. But did you know that Rwanda has universal access to healthcare? That Rwanda is one of the fastest growing economies? That Rwanda has the highest representation of women in parliament at 64%. Ndi Munyarwanda, which means I am Rwandan. Being Rwandan is about agaciro, meaning self-dignity, the deep belief and understanding of who we are, what we stand for, our values, our worth, and our aspiration. It's about the Rwanda that we want today and Rwanda that we want to create for the next generation. Our goal in Rwanda, my personal and professional mission, is to position the youth as leaders and change makers for Rwandans today and Rwandans tomorrow. 65% of the Rwandan population is under the age of 35. Imagine that, a country of young people. In Rwanda, youth are seen as valuable contributors to the society because they are our biggest resource. I was born as a refugee and began my journey in the diaspora outside of Rwanda. I studied and began my career in East Africa, South America, and North America. But in 2007, I chose to return home to Rwanda to help in rebuilding my country. I could see that there was so much untapped potential of the Rwandan youth. Millions of young people who, just like me, wanted to see our country prosper. There is a phrase in Rwanda, intore ntiganya ishaka ibisubizo. Youth don't lament, they find solutions. And this is true. Our country of young people, 2/3 under 35, are finding solutions. And this is what I believe is critical to invest in. There are thousands of inspiring examples of young people finding and creating solutions in Rwanda. For example, one young lady called Agnes Fulgence. Agnes is 25 years old, and she resides in a location that was hit hard by drought. People in her community began moving away, migrating to other locations, crossing borders because there wasn't enough food in their location. Ange became very invested in the problem. Why? Because she didn't want to see her people suffer, and she didn't want to see her community disappear. So Ange spent a lot of time looking at new solutions, testing out new crops, looking at different farming techniques, in her small plot of land. And she solved it. She found new farming techniques that would work in her area during the long droughts. And so Ange established a school for the farmers, blending traditional and new digital farming techniques, providing them skills and knowledge they needed to protect and save their farms. She also connected them to apps, resources, and showing them digital skill so that they could be able to continue research and learning on their own. And now, the families that had left the village as climate change refugees are returning because of the opportunity that Ange created. Ange is just 25 years old, and she is the next Rwandan generation, one young woman transforming her community. There are thousands and thousands of young people like Ange in Rwanda, identifying solutions, identifying problems, building solutions, and creating sustainable change and opportunities. It grows across all sectors: agriculture, education, government services, tech sector, name it. Our young people are working on real problems and creating real solutions. What I have learned over the past 10 years working with young people is that when you support young people on their journey to analyze issues in their communities, to identify local challenges, and start creating solutions that respond to their daily struggles, the change is transformative. So through entrepreneurship, social enterprise, and digital innovation, Rwanda's next generation is leading the way to make Rwanda a strong country. I think all countries can look to Rwanda as an example of how to truly invest in the next generation and position them as leaders. Rwanda is paying attention, and it's because of this focus on young people that our country of young people has been able to move forward after the 1994 genocide to becoming one of the strongest economies in Africa. There is a reason to invest in the youth of Africa. Imagine in a country where 2/3 of the population are under 35. If all young people could be trained to tackle problems like Ange did. We're doing it, youth are doing it. And the next time someone asks you, what do you know about Rwanda? I hope you will say, ibisubizo, youth find solutions. Thank you, Miracles.